Can't escape from the team. Cold the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. Bet's gonna cover. Bet's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott. Welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Friday, September 12th. We're ready for more Major League Baseball action tonight, as well as college football. We've got some great games on tap to preview here. 3 games in our preview, a couple of games on the added board tonight. And also got a CFL doubleheader tonight in the Canadian Football League. I'll be interested in getting your take on the CFL. And hey, hope you joined us last night for the great coverage of NFL companion stream with the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers. We had a pretty good time last night. I think I was on the right end of that one, but no, the guys had a good time last night in the win there with the Packers really drubbing the Commanders there. Commanders maybe had a chance there late, but with those missed field goals and I guess with the short week really wasn't their time here this week. So that's where I kind of flubbed that one up on the Commanders there yesterday, but hopefully you were on the Packers in the win there as they really dumped them there in the game there last night. So we'll have more NFL action here this weekend, probably be able to take care of that when we talk college football here today. Of course, here, Green Bay, they had drives of 92 and 96 yards. So they were really moving the ball effectively. Took that 14-0 lead. Jordan Love, big game, 2 touchdowns, nearly 300 yards. Really strong performance there by the Packers. Washington couldn't manage anything early with 3 punts, and they were outgained in the game, basically 400 to 230. And Washington couldn't run the ball at all. In fact, looked like they had the wrong strategy. You had a guy like Bill Merritt in there that had coming off a great game, but no, they went with Austin Eckler, the veteran, running him a lot, running him out of the backfield, tossing him the ball. Turned out they were overusing Eckler by the end of the game. Fatigue settled in, and Eckler ended up tearing his Achilles last night for a season-ending injury. And for an aging Eckler, you got to wonder if that might be he's a really tough guy, and I imagine he could come back, after rehabbing. But man, that felt like maybe a devastating injury for Eckler. Just a bad job there by Washington managing his. When you got a hot rookie there like Bill Merritt that everyone looked forward to performing last week, really was off the charts. So not a great job there by the Commanders last night. The Packers, terrific job and definitely establishing themselves as a top contender in the NFC for sure, especially with Micah Parsons. He's definitely a game changer on that side of the ball. A huge, turns out to be just a huge trade, right? The Cowboys ended up dealing one of the best defensive players to a team that maybe was just one superstar defensive player away from elevating themselves into a top contender. So Packers are definitely a force to be reckoned with. We did strike a few props there on the show last night. We had some Debo. Washington couldn't hit anything long, and quite frankly, they couldn't get the ball enough to Debo. I mean, he's your big play threat. So, definitely great job there by the Packers. Also, college football last night whipped on the college game as well. Man, it turned out to be kind of a track meet there as NC State beat Wake Forest 34-24. Wake Forest led the game in the second quarter by 10 points. We were on Wake Forest, so didn't go our way there either. And the Wolfpack improved to 3-0. Wake Forest ran the opening kickoff back 98 yards for a touchdown. Didn't necessarily set the tone, however, as it was NC State picking up the win there last night. All right, well, hey, we did strike it a little bit there in the major leagues last night. That's where we found our success. On the evening, it was in the major leagues there, and we were able to come down with a few victories for sure on the day, including the Chicago White Sox over Tampa Bay in that day game. We did have them here on the show. Took the White Sox. We also had a premium pick in with the under in the White Sox game yesterday with the Win Club. So we were able to start off the day pretty decent there yesterday. I wouldn't say decent, that's to be honest there, but Washington and Miami, we had a winner with the Win Club in that game with the game total to go under yesterday as Ryan Weathers pitched 5 shutout innings. A lot of people were focused in on Weathers having a good game there, and he did for Washington. We also had a winner with the New York Yankees here on the show, and why not? What a performance by Aaron Judge and the Yankees. Judge with those homers and other RBI as well. The Yankees were met the president before the game, and they went out there and dominated on 9-11 with Aaron Judge's home runs number 45 and 46 in that one. Also, we did have a winner with the Win Club with the over in that one. Detroit and the Yankees also had a Win Club winner with Philadelphia yesterday in that 6-4 win over the Mets. We did have the over here on the show yesterday morning, but it was a dominating performance there in the end as Philadelphia rallied from a 4-0 deficit to win their 11th in the last 14 games. Great performance there by the Phillies in that one to come back and get that win. Also, we had winner over at Tony's Picks with the premium pick super high roller play on the under with Minnesota, with the Kansas City and Cleveland. Cleveland getting that win 3-2. A lot of young players coming through right now. We had Cavis with that 2-run home run, and also what about Kemp in there for the Philly game as well, even though we saw the big hits in there. Also, we had a winner with the Colorado Rockies in the Padres game to go under last night as the Padres were able to get the shutout of the Rockies 2-0 behind Strandy Vasquez. Look, somebody's got to come through for these Padres right now, and Vasquez went 6 innings, no runs, 9 strikeouts. Jackson Merrill hit a home run in that one. Padres get the win. Also, we had winner here on the show yesterday with the Angels on the run line, and they got it done holding off. Lost to Seattle 7-6, but we did have the winner there with the Angels. J.P. Crawford, though, 3 RBIs for the Mariners. All right. Hey, we got some steam coming through right now for our action here on a Friday, and it's in the major leagues, and we've got the steam coming in here right now on the Miami Marlins today against Detroit. In that game, man, they were, they were plus $1.80 or so right now, and the Marlins are taking the steam here this morning against Scooball. Right now we're showing Detroit down to maybe $1.80 here at some books, maybe down to a plus 160 on Miami right now with that steam coming in here on Friday. Also, besides some steam, just when we were coming on the air here with the Minnesota Twins and Pablo Lopez, they were $1.25, but that one started going up right away here as we were getting ready to come on the air. Minnesota right now ends up at $1.40 here or higher at some books right now. Some serious steam going on there with the Twins today with Lopez up against Brandon Pfaadt in that one. I thought we had one other one here. Maybe I can report to you. I think we'll just leave it at that right now. Let me say hello to some folks in the chat and get going here on the show. Let me call up the stream here as well. We're waiting for
critical notice.
I know I wasn't too late today, but I was starting to watch some of the coverage there from FBI news conference coming up. President announced that the suspect in the Charlie Kirk murder had been arrested, turned in by someone who knew the man. It was the man who apparently was that grainy video walking across the street with a limp with a shotgun down his pants there, and then running back the other way. Obviously the man who jumped down off the building, and they even announced his name. So I was just keeping an eye on that before I came on the air here. We didn't get too political on it yesterday, but everyone knows I'm not the most right guy, but I'm certainly against what went on in that situation there. That we like people who speak their mind and talk their words a little bit. I'm not going to get too into it, but okay, let me say hello to the folks in the chat here and see who was here today. It was Jimbo starting us off here. Jimmy as well. Zoe, nice to see you. And the rest of the chat, all stars. Jimmy says, who do you like, Canelo or Crawford? Crawford coming up 2 weight classes. Will that be enough for the undefeated Crawford to get past the legend Canelo? Crawford's a legend in his own right, but Canelo's certainly a top legend there. And Jimbo says, I got to like Canelo in that one. And I just think, wouldn't that be enough there? Good morning to Kevin Nix in the chat. Good to see you there today. I know he's probably keeping up on a little of the tennis scene. I'm definitely laying low a little bit here, but I did take a look at a few matches there this morning. But let's see who else is here. Joe W. Hello. Lauren. Hello. We're getting a lot of nice chat all-stars here. Cash Kane's ready to go. And see who else is there. AOD, hello, good morning. Nice to see you today in the chat. And let's see, that might be Nuke. Nuke, hello to Nuke there in the chat. Good morning, Nuke. Everyone, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Buddy, here on YouTube, fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. Justin is here this morning. Good morning to Justin. Oh, I didn't recap the WNBA, and I better do that with Justin here real quick. We have that great show that has been so popular. Thanks to all the viewers this season watching the 2-3 zone. Even got Mikey talking about it over here on the Sports Money Network. It was so popular this year. So, and David in the chat as well. Hey, I had a good card on the last day of the season in the WNBA. Thought I had some nice plays there. We had on that show on the 2-3 zone. Did I let me see here. I had the Dallas Wings there. I had the Dallas Wings over Phoenix on that show. And also I did have the over yesterday here on the Morning Steam show. So a little double winner in that one with Dallas. I pretty much said they would win that game. And they did for sure. Also, I did have Chicago plus those points. Now, look, I did handicap it as if I knew who would be in or out of that game with Reese, looking like she's at a fashion show there on the bench. Man, what a disaster Chicago's been. But you know what? You put the players in there who want to play, and they got the money against the Liberty team that had already been wrapped up in their seating. So I had Chicago there in that one. Also had a 2 premium pick winners here on the Win Club yesterday. 2-0 in the WNBA yesterday. Maybe we can take a look at those plays here real quick. I'll pop them up on the screen and show that we did have those Win Club winners yesterday. Let me see what we had here. If I can pop them up. Oh, there we go. Let me see here. There we go. So we can pop up the win. Let's see.
Final.
There we go. Try to do a better job on this segment. Okay, with a 1-1 there in my overnight MPB. But here's a winner overnight with my rugby premium picks. Man, we've had a good season taking over the picks here for the NRL. Even Mikey says, "What are you doing, Ramon? You're just wasting your time putting the NRL picks out there." No, I've been playing this league forever, and just because we couldn't get this to finish up, I've been with the NRL all season. I think my subscribers know that, and I had the Melbourne Storm last night getting it done over the Canterbury Bulldogs in the playoffs. So it wasn't easy, but we got it done. Also, some steam coming in real quick, but let me get to the other plays here. I want to show my WNBA winners right there. There they are. I have the under in the Minnesota and Golden State game yesterday, and also I had the over in the game between the Aces and the Sparks. So double winner there with the Win Club. Hey, and if you want those plays from me every day, you can go over to winnable.com/Ramon and pick up those plays there. There we go. Winnable.com/Ramon. Head on over to winnable.com and use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those premium pick packages when you subscribe. For $19.95 a month, it comes out to just 50 cents a day to get my high volume selections. I send out 2, 3, 4 updates a day, 30 to 60 minutes before game time. It's sent directly to your phone. Notifications come on, and you can get the plays from me, from Mikey, from Jeff. Also have really inexpensive subscriptions available. Really, it's just a matter of wanting to know you are supporting us here on the Sports Money Network. This is my deal with Mike, is I can come in and talk about my plays, and in turn we all have our plays available over on the Win Club. So please check it out over at winnable.com. All right, some steam just came in a few seconds ago in the major leagues. More steam coming in, and this one was just moments ago. Steam on the Chicago White Sox. Man, the White Sox, hey, I said it on the air there, and man, if the season was 250 games long, maybe the White Sox could come back. And they took the steam here against Cleveland today with Perez against Bybee, and right now we're seeing that line move because the steam's in on the White Sox, and they're down too, plus $1.17 here at Bovada. Wow, against Cleveland. I mean, hey, I've been a White Sox backer, but I don't know about that. We'll see here on the Morning Steam Show. Get your plays ready, and let's see what we got. Justin said we need those Euro plays. I did give out yesterday Turkey and Greece game to go over there, and that's the late game. Let me see if we can't get something together for Finland and Germany. If you have a play, you can let me know as well. All right, and let's see, anything else? Fernando, nice to see you in the chat as well. All right. Don't forget, get those plays over at winnable.com. That's how you support me here on the channel and the boys as well.
It's your boy, Mikey Money. I'm inviting you to join the Sports Money crew on Winnable. Get all of our premium best bet selections.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays sent straight to your phone right when you need them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike, and get ready to go here with our previews today. We're going to take a look at that college football first. Hope everybody's ready to go on this card here today. Should be a fun Friday. And, hey, We're getting a little bit of steam here right now on the college football game. We're going to preview them here in just a moment, but let me get this out to you because New Mexico and UCLA, we're getting some steam to the over here in this one with the Lobos and the Bruins. Okay, if that's the way the Sharps are going to go, is it sharp? Is it square? I don't know. It's a coordinated move right now going across the board, and we're seeing that game go up to 53.5 right now in the game between New Mexico and UCLA. Wow. Who's going to do the scoring in that one? Well, I'm getting that move anyway just moments ago here on the morning steam. Okay. So get ready to preview the college football here today, shall we? And get these games going. Appreciate everyone joining me here on the show. All right.
Final.
All right. Get everybody settled in there. Get me settled in here and start the previews. And here we go. We're going to we do have two other games today, Indiana State and Indiana, also Colgate and Syracuse. Didn't really make a preview for those games, and we were dealing with games with basically Indiana nearly favored by 50 points in the game, believe it or not, 48.5. It might even be good enough, actually, today against Indiana State. I imagine it could, they could easily beat this team,
Final.
56-7 here today. It feels like talking about Indiana and Indiana State. I mean, that seems like it'll be the final score, actually. I hopefully I'll come on here tomorrow and say I told you, but we'll see there. Maybe 56-0, maybe 49-0. It's gonna be something right in there in that Indiana State and Indiana game. I would predict. And also there's a game between Colgate and Syracuse. Also, Syracuse favored by 37, total 66.5. I still may have a premium there, but we're not going to bother previewing that game here on the channel. But we are going to preview the three games today, including the Colorado Buffaloes taking on the Houston Cougars here in this one with Houston favored here by 6. Let's call it 4. Let's call it 4, Ramon. Let's go. Game down to 4 here right now for the Cougars, favored in this one. And the total here is 45. You know, Colorado, they're going to end up moving here, it looks like. Now, I may have gotten a little bit ahead of myself, but it does feel like either Coach Sanders is trying to not tip his hand or he's resigned to go to his third string quarterback here. And this one did throw a couple of touchdown passes last week. So not like this guy might not be ready, but they are going to go to, it looks like, Staub to get his first college start here, the third string quarterback on Colorado. He might be first string right now here at this point. Colorado lost to Georgia Tech 27-20. They did beat Delaware 31-7. Georgia Tech did rush for 320 yards against Colorado in that first game. You know, Colorado had to pretty much replace most of their offense this season, but they did have 8 starters returning on defense here, and they did a good job in the portal getting the line back together, but Staub came in last week in relief against Delaware and was 7 of 10 for 158 yards. They were, in the lead there for sure. But hey, you got Sanders here with Coach Sanders. Colorado is 9-4 against the spread as an underdog with Colorado so far, including 5-3 against the spread on the road. You know, Colorado, very opportunistic type of defense. That's where they really have their calling card, forcing turnovers, interceptions, fumbles. Are really great under Sanders in doing that, quite frankly. Both games for Colorado have gone under so far this season. Houston had a win over a 1AA team, and they won also 35-9 over Rice. They had 16 starters returning this season for Houston. They've got Wegman at quarterback. He started 5 games for Texas A&M last year. That's pretty good, but Houston has been a pretty crummy home favorite, 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 on the road, although Coach Fritz is known for being a pretty good favorite. 30-20 against the spread is Coach Fritz as a home favorite. Houston over the last 3 years, just 9-16 in conference games against the spread. Houston Cougars are also just 5-10 against the spread in their last 15 games when coming off of a win. These teams are meeting for the first time in 15 or 20 years. Here with Colorado and Houston. Used to be a matchup, and then it wasn't. Now it is again. So Colorado's gone under in 5 straight. Houston's gone under in 16 of their last 20. Houston's also gone under in 7 straight games at home. Houston 5-2 against the spread in their last 7. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys have in this one between Colorado and Houston here tonight. Appreciate you joining me here on the Morning Steam Show. All right, in the chat, let's see what you guys have, if anything, in this one. Good morning to Bobby Mack, Trevor Davis. Hello. He said he got it good last night with the games. Cash Cane's on Houston here. Bobby Mack likes Crawford in the fight. Jimmy says go under in this one and also likes the Buffaloes here. Trevor says he likes Houston to cover the spread here. How about that? Houston there also. And Jimmy smashed the like button. Thank you, Jim. Zoe says Houston first half -2.5 might be the way to go. I've seen Houston actually seen even some 3.5s here right now. Zoe leaning to the over here. Whoops. All right. We'll see. I think that Delaware game was a bit of a setup. And look, it's not going to be all about Staub here. I think Salter will get in. I think he will get in this game. I mean, I think Colorado has a pretty balanced team here. And look, for A&M, I mean, for Houston, I think the only one way to go was up when they got Wegman. I mean, Houston was terrible offensively last year in conference play. So, look, we're going to see Staub in there for sure. I think he's got a pretty strong arm here. But look, Colorado's not great in the stats so far. Houston's looked a lot better to me. I know that they are very, very shaky in this role, but they are getting a discount here down to 4 now when it was 6. Wegman gives something that basically they haven't had right now. I think more stability at quarterback, 4 touchdowns, 350 yards in the 2 easy wins. So with Houston here on Friday night, man, that's the way I want to go here in this one. I want to take the Houston Cougars as my play here on the Morning Steam Show. I got the Cougs tonight over Colorado. So does 9 Legacy. All right, we got thank you in the chat. I think that's good from you guys. Let's move on here right now to our next matchup between, the Wildcats and the Wildcats. I got to like the Wildcats in this one. All right, Kansas State is on the road here, taking on Arizona. Kansas State is moving here, I believe, maybe to a favorite role. I might have to update the graphic. Maybe even 1.5. I think I can leave it at 1 there just because there is a couple of pick'ems out there as well, but it feels like Kansas State is actually moving to the favorite, and this total maybe it's gone down just a little bit to 54 at some spots over the last couple of minutes here. Here we go. Make sure we got the right graphic up there. All right, I'm ready to go now here with this one with Kansas State taking on Arizona for Kansas State. Here they've lost 2 games against FCS opponents, both by 24 to 21 scores. Remember, including the opener of the season, they did beat North Dakota 38 to 35. That doesn't sound great, but we know North Dakota is pretty powerful. That was their one win. The Wildcats, of course, were upset last week by Army. They were 17-point favorites. They lost the game. In fact, Kansas State had just 3 basically 3 first 3 3 first down. What was it? 3 first downs in the second half. I don't even think it was that. Was it 3 plays in the second half? Kansas State had a tough time in that second half as Army dominated in the second half, and Kansas State couldn't get anything together in the second half of that game. I mean, it was really bad here for K-State in that game. I mean, when you're losing to Army, I mean, that's in itself was pretty bad, but turns out for last week it was Kansas State drubbing Army. I mean, Army drubbing Kansas State there basically in that game. So pretty embarrassing to end up losing that one for sure. Kansas State is 0-3 against the spread so far this season, and maybe is on the decline more than any team in the country so far. Losing that one. They had the ball. There it is. There's my stat here on my sheet. They had the ball for just 3 minutes basically of possession time in the second half of that game. So Arizona's looking pretty sharp here, 2-0 against the spread so far, but it's still going to be tough for Arizona. But let's see how you have it here in this one between K-State and Arizona tonight. Kansas State has failed to cover the spread now in 5 straight. Dating back here to last season, Kansas State's just 1-6 in their last 7 games on the road. Arizona hasn't been much better. They've lost 7 of their last 10 overall and failed to cover in 10 of their last 14 games. Both teams have been pretty crummy in conference play so far. Widely reported steam did come in, obviously, here on Kansas State, making them 1.5-point favorites, and the total has dropped here a little bit to 54. Let's see how you guys have this one between K-State and Arizona. All right, 3rd straight home game for Arizona, and man, they used to cover them all, but let me go to the chat and see what you guys have here in this one between K-State and Arizona. Gonna be here. We got a little more here. Houston for 9 legacy in that first game. Jimmy was on Arizona there. Justin took Kansas State in this one. 9 legacy is on Arizona. Zoe's on Arizona as well. Chosen one, K-State. This one's back and forth. K-State and Jimmy also. K-State, though, and under. And Zoe says, you know what? I mean, if the Army's defense isn't good, and if you can kind of hold over on K-State, that might be trouble. Jim says Arizona team total over here. And Zoe says K-State quarterback there was having trouble for sure. Johnson, right? So talk about these 2 teams here more a little bit. Johnson, Johnson has not lived up to the expectations. I think that's what we can say. I mean, look, it's not like he's some new quarterback. I mean, Johnson was in there as a starter, right, last season, but hasn't looked good so far, for sure. The last 2 years, Kansas State just 1-7 against the spread as a road favorite. I mean, I think they're a road favorite now, and Kleeman hasn't been very good as a road favorite either in his career. 5-8 against the spread. Kansas State just 3-9 against the spread in their last 12 conference games. But like I said, Arizona hasn't been very good either. One thing Kansas State does do is play well off of a loss, 15-6 against the spread. So far, Arizona beat Hawaii 40-6. They blew out their one AA opponent as well. They have Fafita there at quarterback here right now. Arizona 8-5 against the spread, last 13 now as a dog. We can start to look at it from that perspective maybe here. And Arizona here got beat pretty bad last year by K-State in this matchup. It was 31-7. Kansas State won the game as a 7-point favorite, and they ran the ball for 235 yards and outgained them by 70 yards. I got them returning the favor here in this one, and I've got to take Arizona as my pick here to beat Kansas State tonight. I've got the Arizona Wildcats over the Kansas State Wildcats. Doge is here. He says he's got U of A. Robert's going under here in this one. And Tariq is going to lean to Arizona. And Jimmy, thank you very much for gifting 5 sports money memberships. And Zoe, really appreciate your dono as well. Thank you guys for your support here on the Sports Money Network. Oh, man, that feels good. And really appreciate it. Hopefully my previews are okay here right now with just getting going here early in the season. We're going to give you as much information as I can muster up here with some of my previews of the games. So really appreciate that. I think Arizona can get this one here tonight. All right, one more now from college football. It's going to be New Mexico taking on UCLA. And, man, time to hit the panic button in Westwood right now with the Deshaun Foster. Look, hey, I love Deshaun Foster as a running back. Hasn't really worked out so far as head coach of the Bruins. Man, it feels like their Bruins aren't getting anything turned around. And with Nico Iamaleva, he's been okay, but not really what the Bruins have needed so far, and he's definitely struggling here. UCLA 0-2. They've given up 73 points in 2 games. They've been out yardaged as well. -3 in turnovers so far. Bruins have a completely new offensive line built on some veteran transfers here. They average a couple of seasons of experience all across the line, but that just hasn't worked out so far for the Bruins. They're a terrible home favorite, man. 14-27 in last 41 as a home favorite. Barely 35% over the last decade as a home favorite is UCLA. And you think they're going to come in here and just drub on some Mountain West team here? Let's go here. UCLA 3-8, 5-8 against the spread in non-conference games. Bruins have covered 6. They ended the season last year pretty good on the covers, but man, I don't know right now. Bruins, though, are 8-4 against the spread, last 12 off of a loss. For New Mexico, they were 34-point underdogs against Michigan, remember? And well, they only gave up 34 points in that game. So that was a promising start to the season. They also won their 1 AA game here, but remember the Lobos, they were outgained by a couple hundred yards in that game against Michigan, but they did hang in there and lost just 34-17. And well, UCLA is still Michigan, that's for sure. Now New Mexico's had to replace a lot of players. They only returned 7 starters. They brought their quarterback in from Idaho. They added also veterans on their offensive line as well. New Mexico was 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games as a road underdog. And, Coach Eck brought his quarterback with him from Idaho. So they kept that continuity a little bit here, bringing his own quarterback in. Last 3 years, New Mexico 10-4 against the spread in non-conference games. let's get ready to go in the chat. You can make your pick in this one between UCLA and New Mexico. New Mexico's gone over in 11 of their last 15 games coming in. We just saw that steam coming in. I don't know if I agree with it. New Mexico here also has gone over in 6 of their last 8 games on the road, but for the Bruins, they've gone under in 5 of their last 6 games at home and 14 of their last 20 games overall. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys have in this one between New Mexico and UC. All right, it's going to be New Mexico on the alternate line and maybe even money line here for Cash Kane. 9 Legacy says New Mexico. Want to say hello to picks from Dave. I love that. It is the or I don't know, maybe I see Chosen One here too. What's going on? Oh, your icons aren't showing up. What's going on? Nice to see you, Dave. I really appreciate it. And Chosen One says New Mexico here. And thank you to Zoe. He loved the 2-3 zone. Yeah, we had a pretty fun time, and I thought it turned out to be a really great show and couldn't believe the support from all the viewers there. Man, really good to get such high volume of viewers on that show. Hello to D Money. There must be something wrong with the icons here. I'm not seeing the avatar. Oh, there it is. It just popped up. Am I having a memory issue or what? Let me see, did Dave's come up as well? No, Chosen One had the C there. Oh, well. Anyway, Jimmy on New Mexico here. I'm on New Mexico. Of course I am. Come on. Zoe says, I might be on New Mexico. D-Money's on New Mexico. Robert's on the under here in this one. Doge says New Mexico here. The Bruins look broke. And I don't know, New Mexico still has that experience of that Michigan game. And I'm going to take New Mexico here plus a couple of touchdowns tonight. I think I got a great card and hope you do too. And hey, make sure you get those subscriptions in. I might have a premium in those blowouts. I might have to have a premium in those blowouts because, couple of good games leading in, basically 5 games tonight. So appreciate everyone with the comments there in college football. Also, join me on Saturdays on the Nuke the House channel. I do a 30-minute preview right before kickoff. You want to join me at kickoff for rapid-fire previews of the best games in college football? Then join me over on the Nuke the House channel Saturdays at 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific. I take you right up to kickoff with the big new kickoff. And I do that over following the morning steam, basically, and we do a college football preview over there. So please check me out on that one. All right, I guess we're ready to go here into Major League Baseball, but also want to thank everyone in the chat right now and maybe rattle off the best chatters according to the YouTube algorithm so far. And who are they here currently? I know who they are. They are right now Zoe Faye. Hey, I don't know. It should be the ones who gave the donations. AOD, 9 Legacy, Justin's in there, Cash Kane, Bobby Mack, Fernando, Tariq, Doge, and D Money. Thank you for being the top commenters according to the YouTube algorithm. Well, I think what that means is don't be like Blue. Where's Blue? We miss Blue. All right, let's go to Major League Baseball right now. We got a full card. I think we can get through all the games here today. Why not? We need some games to bet on here on Friday. We'll go through them all here today and maybe see the few pitching changes or whatever is going on. We do have Friday Cubs baseball. We love that, don't we? With the Rays here on the road. Wait a minute, the Rays were already in Chicago. Are you telling me the Rays are only going to have to cross town here and go play the Cubs? Basically spending the week here in Chicago? That's what they've done. And it'll be Shane Baz here with the start here in this one for the Rays up against Michael Boyd. The left-hander's had a great season here right now. And, well, let's see how this one goes. You got Shane Baz here comes in with a 4.94 ERA, 1.33 whip, 253 batting average against, a 9-11 record for Boyd. For Boyd coming into this one, enters the game here with a 2.92 ERA, 106 WHIP, 232 batting average against. Interestingly, despite a 12-8 record, the Cubs are actually 13-15 with Boyd on the mound. You'd think it'd be a little bit better here, but you have the Cubs here, definitely $1.65 or maybe even higher. The total has dropped here from 7.5 to 7.5 under 20. Definitely has moved lower here this morning in this matchup with Boz and Boyd. So dropped about 20 cents here on the total. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys think about this one with Tampa Bay and Chicago. Tampa Bay comes in having lost 5 of their last 6. It was a little bit of rough time there against them. They couldn't beat the White Sox. They're not going to beat the Cubs. But Tampa Bay has gone 4-2 in their last 6 on the road. We know that the
Final.
White Sox didn't win them all, but Cubs have gone under in 6 straight games against Tampa Bay. They've also gone under in 13 of their last 20 games at home. Let's see what you guys have here in this one with Tampa Bay and the Cubs here on a Friday afternoon, Cubs baseball. All right, go into the chat, see what you guys have. Chat All-Stars. Hey, Chat All-Stars, make sure you comment if you want to be eligible to win. You don't have to win a 1-hour duck race that never finishes. Just win our drawing, and you'll be eligible for a free 1-month subscription to my plays. I think the plays have been doing pretty well here right now, so make sure you're logged in and comment in the chat, and you could be eligible for the drawing. Okay. All right, here we go. Tampa Bay and Chicago, and we got some plays coming in from the chat. Tampa and the under here for Tariq. See how these icons aren't appearing though right now? Oh man, I feel bummed about that. Zoe's got a nerfy here. Jimmy likes the over in this one. Doe says go under in this one all day. Zoe says last 5 here. Talking about some of the statistics with these two teams. Let me see if I can interpret that. Tampa Bay 3.5 runs per 9 innings versus left-handers. Cubs 2.5 runs in last 9. I get those numbers. Is that just in their last 9 innings or 9 games? I think that might be what I'm trying to figure out. I know Tampa Bay has struggled against left-handed starters for sure, hitting just about 225, and well, the Cubs are also hitting 225 overall. Randall Sheffield, man, hello and good morning, Randall. Thank you for your support of me here on the Sports Money Network. Jimbo likes the over here, and Zoe, thank you, Zoe. Didn't mean to screw that up. Boz has an ERA just over 3.5 on the road. Boyd at home has been outstanding, man. Barely over 2 ERA coming in. It's just that this is such a high price, it feels like today. Can we muster up the little Cubs run line in this one? Chicago, I feel Boyd will probably deal here in this one today. I'm going to go ahead and lay it with the Cubs here on the run line. I think they're plus $1.40 actually, and give me the Cubs here in this one. All right, next up we've got the Pirates on the road against the Nationals. Hey, we're previewing them all here today, even if the teams are pretty much eliminated. You got Keller here going 6-14 record, 4.16 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 252 batting average against for the Nats here. You've got Brad Lord in this one. For Lord, comes in with a 420 ERA, 1.3 whip, 254 batting average against. These pitchers almost have identical numbers, quite frankly, so far. But got Washington here at home, and they are minus $1.15 or so. Might even be moving close to a pick 'em. Washington's a slight favorite here, and the total is 8 under. For the Nats here, they come in having won 7 of their last 10 games. Pittsburgh's on a 6-game losing streak. Although they've beaten Washington in 4 of the last 5 meetings, Pittsburgh's gone under in 7 of their last 8 games on the road, but Washington's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games coming in. I'm going to take the Washington Nationals here in this one over Pittsburgh. Today, I think for me, Pittsburgh, man, last week they have not been hitting at all. They've been awful over the past week, barely hitting $1.75. Meanwhile, the Nationals have actually hit pretty well here over the last week or so, well over 270 coming in. So Keller's struggled of late for sure. And Pittsburgh, they can't beat good teams on the road. They can't beat bad teams on the road here like of late. So I've got to take the Nationals here in this one. They were in contention. There might even be a premium, but the game's going to be a little shaky. Let's see what you guys have here. In the matchup, it's going to be Robert with Cubs first 5, but they're in that other game. Just reading the closed captioning here real quick on this arrest of this man, Tyler Anderson, I think they're saying his name. Tyler Robinson. He's the man in custody in the Kirk assassination. Nationals for Cash Kane. And let's see here. Washington run line, says Terrell. How about that? 9 Legacy says Pirates money line, Cubs run line, Bucks not hitting righties, Bucks not hitting anything. And Robert likes the Nats as well. Zoe's on the Nats. Jimmy's on the Nats. I got to take the Nats here in this one. Jimmy says also the over. Next up, we're going to skip that game. I'm going to go over that game real quick. How about the Royals and the Phillies? That was a great World Series, right? What was that, 1982? The Royals and the Phillies. Hey, we got some steam coming in right now in an NFL game here. So get out your pens, pencils, and scorecards and lineup rotation because the steam is coming in on the over in the game between Buffalo and the Jets on Sunday. We're getting the news right now that this one's moving higher. It's up to 48 right now. Man, it was 46.5 yesterday, but man, looks like we're going to 48 here, maybe 47.5 overall, but definitely some steam to the over in the Bills and the Jets. All right, here we go with the Royals and Michael Lorenzen, 5-10 record, 4.63 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 268 batting average against. He's up here against Walker Buehler. Buehler, 7-7 record, 5.45 ERA. The Phillies have done an incredible job picking up some guys here at the deadline, and also getting a guy like Buehler in here, but it hasn't been a great season for Buehler at all, and you hope he can contribute to the Phillies here. They probably don't need him once they hit the postseason. I don't think they're counting on him anyways, but it's a good option here, maybe against the Royals in this one, with the Phillies here favored by $1.35 right now. Total is 9 over 20. I think that's the total for sure for the Phillies here. In this one, they've won 7 of their last 8 games right now, 9 of their last 10 overall. Kansas City's dropped 4 of their last 5 coming in, and they've dropped 4 of their last 5 games against Philadelphia. Kansas City's gone under in 11 of their last 13 games coming into this one, although these two teams are playing overs when they meet. Overall right now, 6 straight overs between the two teams when they've met in this non-conference games. So let's see, get a prediction from you guys here with Kansas City and Philadelphia. Philadelphia bats on fire right now, hitting well over 300 over the last week. Meanwhile, Kansas City hitting just about 200 in that span here as well. Lorenzen ERA over 5 on the road this season, and Buehler, he's been okay so far. Little ERA a little under 4 here right now, and Phillies just usually dominate games like this. Actually seems quite cheap, doesn't it, with $1.35 or so. I think that's not difficult to swallow. Let's see what you guys have, though, in this one between Kansas City and Philadelphia here today with Lorenzen and Buehler. I'll go to the chat, see what the All-Stars have. All right, we're rolling it out here right now, and it's going to be, let's see here. Zoe wants George Brett coming from the. Thank you, Jim. 1980. Yeah, you know what? 82 was that? I think that was Milwaukee and St. Louis. I want to say now, actually. Here is Justin. He's got over 8.5. Terrell, thank you for that information there on that. We want to get this guy caught, obviously. All right, Doge says the Phillies all the way. Jimmy's on the Phillies. Robert's on the Phillies here. How can you not like these Phillies here? Dickie Knowles, Zoe, man, Jesus, Zoe. Zoe older than I am? I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it was Tariq says Phillies. And man, Zoe, I thought I was old. Wait a minute. I didn't know me and Zoe. Yeah, maybe I did, actually. All right, I got to make my call here in this one with Kansas City and Philadelphia. Man, I kind of want to use Philly as a premium, but you guys all like Philadelphia here in this one. It feels like an easy winner. To take the Phillies. Why not? I'll take the Phillies here in this one. It feels like a freemium, doesn't it? $1.35. That's not bad at all. Next up, the Orioles are on the road, taking on the Blue Jays here with Tyler Rogers. Doing a nice job here so far for Baltimore. 15 starts, an 8-2 record. Rogers is the Orioles are 12-3 with Rogers on the mound. 1.51 ERA, 0.86 WHIP, and 185 batting average against. Rogers has been outstanding up here going against Chris Bassett. 11-8 record, 3.97 ERA, 260 batting average against. He's no Tyler Rogers at this point, but Baltimore struggling at the plate here right now, and over the past week or so, not even hitting 200. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays are hitting about 225 over the past week. Rogers has been outstanding, but Bassett's been really good at home, not so much on the road. So feels like maybe this one could be maybe a low scorer here. Let's see what the line is right now. Yeah, $1.30, 8 under 15. That feels like the line currently. So let's see what you guys have, though, in this one between Baltimore and Toronto today. For the Orioles here, they come in having won 8 of their last 9 games coming in. They've also beaten Toronto in 4 of the last 6, and they've won 4 of their last 5 on the road. Baltimore's gone under in 6 straight games. Toronto's gone under in 6 straight games, but 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone over. Now let's see what you guys have in this one between Baltimore and Toronto today. Man, it feels like Rogers pitched really well, but can Toronto slow this Baltimore team down that's found a little bit of resurgence here late this season after they've been toast here? Toronto still with that best record in the American League now, passing up the Tigers by a half a game here. So let's go to the chat, see what you guys have in this one. All right, let's see here. Justin likes Gunner in this one. Over in his total bases. Jimmy likes the under. I think Cash Kane might like the under in this one. Zoe likes the under. Cash Kane says Orioles on the run line. Nine Legacy says Phillies run line, Orioles run line, and maybe that team total over on the Orioles. Is that right? Even against Bassett here? All right. Yeah, Baltimore's been hot, but man, you're getting a pretty big discount on, or I don't know, not a discount necessarily, but only $1.30 for a Baltimore, for a Toronto team that, let me fix the scoreboard back here. And you can always check out those lines. It's all live back there. I don't have one of those fake backgrounds. Those are real live lines behind me. You can kind of look over my shoulder and see them there all morning long. Don't have to look at my ugly mug here. All right, for me, I just got to go with the under here with these two. Why not? I'm taking the under with Baltimore and Toronto. Man, I might be giving out all my best plays, it feels like, but I just want to win here on the show. All right, Jay's money line here for Bobby Mack. Next up, the White Sox are on the road against the Guardians. And, man, this line is wrong because we saw that steam come in. Still, maybe I'll call it $1.50. I know it's a little bit lower at a few spots right now, but Cleveland here, $1.40 at the sharp books, 820. Overall coming in. So for the White Sox here, you have Perez, a 1-4 record, 3.15 ERA, 107 WHIP, 189 batting average against. Yandris Perez has been pretty good for Tanner Bybee, 9-11 record, 4.69 ERA coming in, 256 batting average against, a 290 BABIP. Cleveland's won 6 of their last 7, but the White Sox have won 9 of their last 11, including 4 of their last 5 on the road. But you know what? White Sox have also lost 12 of their last 14 to Cleveland overall. So White Sox have gone over in 5 of their last 7, but Cleveland's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games. Let's see what you guys have, though, in the chat in this one with the White Sox on the road against the Guardians here. For Martin Perez, I think I said Yandris Perez before, but Martin Perez, of course, coming into this one against Bybee. White Sox here. Look, they've been getting it done mostly with their pitching over this hot streak that they're on. The bats have been okay. Cleveland hasn't been hitting very well, actually, but Perez has been pretty solid. The pitching's been solid from these two teams of late. White Sox don't necessarily produce a lot of runs on the road. That can be kind of their downfall, but they've been hitting a lot better for sure of late. So let's see what you guys have here. Can the White Sox pull off another win here in this hot streak currently? I don't know if they can. And at $1.50, I'm willing to draw the line, I think, right here and go with Cleveland now that we saw that steam come in on the White Sox. I'm looking for an excuse to go with Cleveland. And at $1.50, I know I took some $1.60s yesterday. $1.50 is where I try to draw the line on this show. I'm going to go ahead and take Cleveland. I know there's some White Sox support here. Let's take a look at it. Cash Kane is on the Guardians. Robert's on the White Sox. Jimmy says you could take it with plus 1.5, minus $1.54. White Sox money line for D-Money. It's all a lot of White Sox here. They've been terrific, but I don't know. I still feel like for me right now, because of Cleveland's situation, they are 3.5 back in the wild card, and Texas has been playing pretty well ahead of them. And of course, Seattle's on that winning streak. They've almost kind of, I want to say secured anything right now. They're only 2 games ahead of Texas, but the Mariners with that 6-game winning streak putting the pressure on these two teams, it feels like, and Kansas City and Tampa starting to slide away here with just a little over 2 weeks left in the regular season, believe it or not. Wow. All right, White Sox for Tariq. A lot of White Sox. here. Terrell says they've been producing, but Nine Legacy says take the Guardians on the run line. I'm going to go with the Guardians. I know a lot of people are in the hot streak. And, hey, we rode the White Sox on some of these wins, but I just think Cleveland, I think that season series is maybe what I'm more interested in. 12 of the last 14. Yeah, give me the Cleveland Guardians here. Next up, we've got the Yankees on the road taking on the Red Sox. Well, you can't get any better than this right now. And, well, I guess you could, but Red Sox here, look, they're hanging on. These two teams are battling it out right next to one another. Can you believe the Yankees are just a half a game ahead of the Red Sox here? And you don't want to slip up here right now. If you're one of these two teams, you don't want to get El Sweepo or something like that. So you better be able to hang at least, take a couple games in this series here right now. And let me go over some of the numbers here for the Yankees and Luis Gil here on the mound for the Yanks. For Gil comes in 3-1 and 7 starts, 3.31 ERA, 1.52 WHIP, 240 batting average against. He's up against Lucas Giolito of the Sox, a 10-3 record. Sox are 16-7 with Giolito on the mound. 3.38 ERA, 1.25 WHIP. Yankees got to be coming off a little bit of a high yesterday. It was really an emotional game there. However you want to look at it. I mean, you're playing in front of the president, whatever you like him or not. They met him in the locker room before the game and won that game convincingly. And now you're going to go take on your rivals. Even Trump said, "Hey, I love the Yankees, but I went to visit the Red Sox and they went on a winning streak." So he said, let's start a winning streak with the Yankees. He knew George Steinbrenner. He was a really good friend of his. We need Trump. We need Mikey to get in here and do his Trump impersonation. But for the Yankees here, they come in having won 12 of their last 17 games. We know it's been a disaster against the Red Sox, quite frankly. I mean, how are you going to go with the Yankees today? They've lost 8 of the last 9 against the Red Sox overall. The Yankees have been hot on the road, winning 11 of their last 13, but Boston's won 13 of their last 20. They've also won 6 of the last 8 at home against the Yankees here. And look, the Yankees are favored here in this one on the road. So I don't know if I can get with that. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. I'm not sure I'm down with that, but let's see how you guys have it here in this one with the Yanks on the road, taking on the Red Sox here to open this weekend series. Yankees have actually, despite, the big output there last night, they haven't had a good week at all. They're not even hitting 200 over the last week. Meanwhile, the Red Sox are hitting over 250 here. Gil has struggled a little bit on the road. Giolito has been hot in his last few starts. I mean, I don't see how we could even consider the Yankees. It feels like the bullpen's been rugged for the Yankees here as well of late, and the Red Sox have kind of stabilized things. So, man, how are you going to actually get with the Yankees here in this one? Man, let's see what you guys have in the chat. I might be giving out all my premiums here today because I struggled with the totals here, deciding on my totals. But let's see what you guys got. I want to try to get some good premiums out there, and here we go. Going to the chat all-stars right now with, there we go. Thanks, you guys. Oh, I might have missed some of these White Sox plays. No, I think I got them all. Here we go. Cash Cane, Red Sox money line, 9 legacy run line there. Cash Cane says Red Sox have been crushing them there a little bit. Tariq on the Red Sox, Jimbo on the Red Sox, Robert on the Red Sox. Jimmy, you like to see over here in this one? Man, I think I do too. Let's see here. D Money is on the under, though. All right. I gotcha. I'm going to go with the over in this one. Give me over as my play here on the Morning Steam Show. All right. Next up, the Tigers are on the road against the Marlins. And the Marlins took the steam. We thought Sandy, this is it, man. Sandy's turn. No, he went right back to being the new Sandy, the old Sandy, the new Sandy. For Skubal here, 13-4 record, 2.1 ERA, 0.85 WHIP, 195 batting average against, and 269 BABIP. For Alcantara, he's got a 5.67 ERA, 8-12 record, 1.31 the WHIP, 250 batting average against. It's been rugged for Alcantara for sure. Detroit has won 4 of their last 6 on the road. They've actually lost 7 of the last 9 against Miami, but Miami's just 3-7 in their last 10 games overall. Detroit's gone over in 5 of their last 6, and the Marlins have gone over in 14 of their last 20 games. Coming into this one, Skubal's really been dealing here of late. Man, how is Miami going to get anything together in this one? Alcantara is actually better at home. He's better at home than he is on the road. You better be when you got a ERA almost 6 here. But man, Detroit, it feels like they're a little bit in overdrive right now, making their play here. Battling with those Blue Jays there at the top of the standings. Currently, and man, they're really in a good groove of late. So I would think Detroit might be. I might just do a little run line action. What are they? They got to be minus $1.30 or so, $1.40. They're only minus $1.10. That feels like a discount.
Steam play.
Give me the. I'm going to take the Tigers on the run line. I'm going to do it. Let's see what you got in the chat here. The Tigers run line for Cash King. Tigers might dominate him tonight. Robert likes the over here in this one. And Cash King, Tigers run line and over for Jimbo. Tariq, Tigers run line. Yeah, give me the Tigers on the run line here in this game. All right, next up, the Texas Rangers are on the road taking on the New York Mets. Jake DeGrom on the mound here for the Rangers. And for the Mets, you've got Jonah Tong going here in this one for DeGrom. 27 starts already this season, 11-7 record, 2.78 ERA, 0.93 WHIP. DeGrom, just a 195 batting average against. He's tough, man, for sure for Jonah Tong. 2 starts, a 4.09 ERA, 2.14 batting average against, and a 2.22 BABIP. We'll see if Tong. The Mets, funny, right? I mean, they're kind of committed to these young starters here a little bit. I know they were giving me a hard time because I called out the Mets said last night on the show. They're one of the best teams in the league. Well, I mean, they're not. They've lost 6 in a row. The Reds and the Giants, even Arizona, are right on their heels. They're trying to hang in there, but it feels like the Mets are a little bit committed to some of these, to the a few young starters here down the stretch because of just the way things have been going. So let's see what you got, though, here in this one. You got DeGrom over here on the Rangers now. Let's see. That price, though, I think is $1.15 there. So let's see what you got. Does feel a little bit funny with this rookie so far. Anyways, Texas has won 5 of their last 6 coming in. The Mets are on that losing streak. Right now, Texas has gone over in 10 of their last 15 games on the road. The Mets have gone over in 6 of their last 8 games at home, although the Mets and Texas have gone under in 8 of their last 12. You got DeGrom here, after all. Let me go to the chat All-Stars and see what you've got to say here in this one with Texas on the road. It's going to be Rangers for cash gain. Also over. Jimbo's on the Rangers. Kane says, I think DeGrom is starting to get tired here. He says, he thinks DeGrom maybe getting a little bit fatigued here. Maybe, but his last 4 starts, he's got a 2.2 ERA. So, I don't know. It feels like, to me, I kind of like the Rangers here in this one, and I've got to take them, I think. Give me the Rangers on the road. All right, that looks like it from the chat. All stars in that one. Bobby's on the Rangers there. Okay, yep. Next up, the Astros are on the road taking on the Braves. Oh wow, look at this, would you? We've got ourselves. Let me make sure I got this pitching correct here. Also want to mention real quick, we got some steam coming in right now in one of these added games today in college football. We mentioned Syracuse, 36.5, 37-point favorite. It could be going up even higher than that. I see some 35s and a halves out there, but this one may reach. We could see a 38 out here in this Syracuse game. Steam's coming in on Syracuse here right now. So a little bit of steam coming in that game. All right, let me get this one in here with let me see if I got make sure I got this pitching matchup right on screen. JP France, right, I think is in there. I'm going to have to do a little dive here real quick. I think might see some pitching here today. Let's see.
Steam playing.
Uh-oh. A little bit more steam here. Northwestern taking the steam. You know, Mikey said last night on the show, it worried me because I thought, look, in the game here, the Northwestern is taking the steam here right now. I know Mikey said on the air yesterday when we were on the show. Let me make sure I got it right and wrote it down here. That Mikey was big on Oregon to roll. He was basically saying Oregon's going to drub these guys, and I get it. I mean, Oregon is they got all that money. They look absolutely outstanding. But man, I was like, oh no, Mikey loves Oregon in that game, and I'm like, I like Northwestern, so maybe he'll get me off of it. But right now, the steam's coming in on Northwestern in that game. They were 28-point dogs, and right now that game is on the move down to 27 here as Northwestern is taking some steam here on Friday. On Friday before the game. All right, and let's see here. So, okay, this will be about the 4th starter I've seen, but we did get the word here from the beat writer here just within the last half hour. So let me get it here. It'll be rookie Jaden Murray getting the start here for Houston up against Waldrop right now. So, man, I saw JP France. I saw could be Blue Ball, Blue Ball in there also, and so this one looks a little bit sketchy, but it will be the rookie here. Let me see if I can get some details on this rookie here making the start. Jaden Murray of the Astros had just announced within the last half hour that Murray would get the start here in the weekend opener right now for Murray. He has made a couple of relief appearances for the Astros, but he's a former starter that's been used exclusively in relief. Blue Ball will certainly be in there and get some innings as well. Going up here against Waldrop of Atlanta, a 4-0 record, 1.33 ERA. Waldrop has been terrific so far, and no reason why he might not be here again in this one. Got Houston coming in, having lost 5 of their last 7, although Atlanta's lost 4 of their last 5. Atlanta's gone under in 9 of their last 12 games overall. Houston's gone under in 6 of their last 7 here coming in. And Atlanta's gone under in 5 of their last 7 games at home. Houston's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games overall. Houston here over the last month hitting about 230 right now. But, man, I got to wonder if Houston get through here going up against Waldrop today. I got to go with the under here in this one of Houston and Atlanta. Give me the under with these two. Let's go to the chat, see what you have in the chat. All-Stars, we've got Justin likes the Braves here in this one. Cash Kane is on the Braves. Robert's on the over in this one. Jimbo says give him the Braves. Keep it going here right now in the major leagues tonight. And we've got the next one up. It's the Cardinals on the road with Andre Palante up against Quinn Never Lose Priester. For Palante here, 6-13, 5.2 ERA, 1.42 WHIP, 272 batting average against. For Priester, he's 12-2. Cardinal Brewers are 15-6 with Priester on the mound, 3.25 ERA, 2.41 batting average against. What do you like here? Is it going to be Miller time, or is it going to be Bush when the Cardinals take on the Brewers in the beer battle? For the Cards here, just batting them barely 200 over the last week. Meanwhile, the Brewers have been smashing the ball pretty good. Palante's been getting shelled of late, and Priester still continues to be solid here overall. Cardinals on the road, plenty of struggles here of late, 1-4 in their last 5, but Milwaukee's dropped 4 of their last 5 at home. Still, Milwaukee's beaten the Cardinals in 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams. Cardinals have gone under in 4 of their last 5 as well. See what you got here in this one with the Brewers. Big favorites here against the Cardinals. And I might even try the run line here with the Brewers. They're a little bit of plus money, man. They're all the way up to $1.95 so far. The widely reported steam did come in on the under. We have it on the screen there as 8 over 15. Yeah, 8 over 15 feels like I'm going to go with the Brewers on the run line here at -1.5, but I don't know, even money or so. Here we go with Brewers -2.5 for Cash Kane. Justin's on the Brewers on the run line with me. He's got Bryce Terang over in his total bases. Jimbo likes the Brewers on the run line. Bobby Mack likes the Brewers on the run line as well. So, all right, if you guys are down, I'm down. Let's take the Brewers today on the run line. Next up is Arizona on the road, taking on the Twins. You got Brandon Pfaadt here. We saw that widely reported steam. I got to update this line because Minnesota here is probably $1.40 and the total 8.5. And there we go. For Brandon Pfaadt comes in here with a 5.18 ERA, 1.37 WHIP, 286 batting average against, a 3.28 BABIP. Meanwhile, for Pablo Lopez here, man, he's looking sharp all of a sudden. 12 starts, 2.84 ERA, 1.08 WHIP. Pablo Lopez, good numbers here for sure. 227 batting average against. For the Diamondbacks here, they come in having lost 8 straight games when visiting Minnesota. Minnesota struggled as well, losing 8 of their last 10 games overall. Minnesota's gone over in 15 of their last 20, and 7 of their last 8 games at home have gone over. Coming into this one for Arizona here, they've been hitting, let's see here, I don't have their overall numbers in this time frame, but man, I don't know if I trust Spot here in this spot against a hot pitcher like Lopez right now. But Minnesota's having their struggles too. Let's see how you guys have it in the chat. That's what I'll do. Arizona, but they're still alive. They're only 3 games back, so you don't want to discount them right now. But Lopez is pitching pretty well. Here we go. Justin says go over in this one. Cash Kane also with the over here. And maybe that is the way to go. I'm gonna take the Twins. I'm gonna take the Twins at $1.40. I respect that over. It might go over. That might even be a premium. Twins for Jimbo. Robert likes the under though in this one. Next up, the Rockies are on the road, taking on the Padres. Rockies got shut out by the Padres last night, 2-0. Hey, the pitcher everybody's making fun of pitched okay, huh? Here's Colton Gordon, though, for the Rockies. He's got a 6.6 ERA, 1.6 whip, 357 batting average against. Going up against J.P. Sears here, 8-10 record, got an ERA of 5, 1.3 whip, 265 batting average against. But Padres are a massive favorite here in this one at minus 275. Total is 8.5 under 15. This one's definitely gone higher here. The steam came in on the over with the Padres and the Rockies, and that is after it was just 2-0 yesterday. But take a look at what we see right now from these two. Colorado, they've lost 5 straight here in San Diego. They've gone just 2-8 against Padres in their last 10. They've dropped 6 straight, including 5 straight on the road. Padres have won 4 of their last 6 coming in. Still a pretty big number here for sure. But man, that total going up. We're really going to see a bunch of runs produced here, and maybe even have the Rockies contribute here in this one. Rockies come in batting just barely over 200 on the road this season. Gordon has had his struggles, certainly, but Padres, best bullpen still in the league, it feels like right now. A little bit better than the Giants statistically coming in. So Rockies, when they go on the road and face good teams, usually, not great results offensively. So let's see what you guys have. I got to go under now at 8.5, but this thing at 8.5, I'm going under with the Rockies and the Padres. All right, Padres run line here for Cash Kane, also for Jimbo. Cash Kane says we all should win today. I do like this card all of a sudden. Hey, no problem with giving out the best plays here on the show. I just feel like I don't have enough plays for the I've saved a few premiums here for sure. All right. Let's go to a few more here. The Reds are on the road taking on the A's tonight with Brady Singer on the road. Important game for the Reds. They're just 1.5 games back of the Mets in the wild card. They've won a couple games in a row here, and the Mets are tumbling. So let's see if they can do it here. Singer, 13-9, 3.98 ERA. Singer's 8-17 to the under this season. 239 batting average against for JT Ginn here. Their favorite right now are the A's, but the line is definitely moving to the Reds. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the old steam train coming in here. It feels like on the Reds right now, but haven't heard from them yet. But we're seeing this line definitely go down. I'm going to call it $1.15 right now for the A's. Feels like the move is on the Reds here. Total is 10. Yeah, 10 over 20 sounds okay. For the Reds, they come in here having won 4 of their last 5. The A's have dropped 8 of their last 12 coming in, including 5 of their last 6 games. On the road here, the Reds have gone under in 6 of their last 7 on the road. A's have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games overall. For the Reds, here you got Singer. Man, he's been solid here of late, doing a good job just in time, and again it has not been so good. So I don't know. I would think the Reds can handle this one on the road. Now not quite getting the better price, but probably just going to take them anyways. Give me the Reds here against the A's. Well, see if they can catch those Mets. All right, let's see here. Cash Kane says, give me the Reds, money line, and under. Says those bats will show up. And Jimbo on the Reds here as well with the under. I'm taking the Reds in this one. Couple more here in the major leagues. We got the Angels on the road taking on the Mariners with Yusei Kikuchi on the mound here, a 6-11 record, 4.18 ERA, 3.27 BABIP. Angels are 20-9 to the over with Kikuchi on the mound. I think that might be the most over record, if you will, in the major leagues for any pitcher, I think, with at least 20 starts. For Castillo here, 29 starts, a 3.85 ERA, 1.27 whip, 260 batting average against, 302 BABIP. Coming in for the Angels here, they have lost 4 of their last 6 against Seattle. Seattle's on a 6-game winning streak here right now, including 5 straight at home. Seattle's gone over in 7 of their last 10. The Angels have gone over in 5 of their last 7. Coming into this one, Kikuchi's been getting crushed here of late right now, and Castillo been pretty solid at home. This price, $1.80, might put you on a good run line play. Let's see here. Seattle, it's $1.80, and the total though is 7.5 over. I gotta update that for sure. Definitely the total has moved lower here in this one. The steam came in on the over in this game, but the total's actually moved lower. So let's see what you got here. Let's go to the chat all-stars here in this one. All right, Robert, I think, is he on? That might have been, I think that's this one for sure. Yep, under here for Robert. And Jimbo says Seattle on the run line. All right, I'm going to be on Seattle on the run line. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going with Jimbo. Give me Seattle here in this one. One more here tonight. It's going to be the Dodgers taking on the Giants with Yamamoto here going for the Dodgers. 2.72 ERA, 11-8 record. 101 the whip. Yamamoto 9-17 to the under this season. 191 batting average against, and 252 BABIP. For Justin Verlander, 3-10 record. Giants are just 7-18 with Verlander on the mound, 4.16 ERA, 3.25 BABIP coming in. The Giants, though, they're not done. They also are just 1.5 games back here currently of the Mets. They still got a big chance, but the Dodgers are in town. For the Dodgers here, they come in right now having won 4 of their last 5, but they are 1-5 in their last 6 on the road. Giants have won 13 of their last 17 games right now. But the Dodgers have won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams. And you're looking at the price here, $1.55. And the total maybe starting to dip here. I'm going to call it 7.5 over 20. Yeah. Little bit of move here to the under in this one. Another one where the steam came in on the over, but the line has moved down. All right. For the Dodgers here, they're getting it done on the road a little bit offensively of late. They're not necessarily winning these road games, but Yamamoto's been solid on the road, 2.33 ERA so far. You kind of figure probably going to have some pretty good pitching in this one, it feels like right now. Let's hear from the chat all-stars here in this one, and then the baseball segment will be over. Hey, David says, Rays Moneyline. The Cubs are due to lose here on Cub Friday. Justin's got Eugenio Suarez over on his total bases. Cash Kane likes the under here in this one. Jimbo says give him the Dodgers on the run line over the Giants today. All right. And I'll make my call here in this one with the Dodgers and the Giants here. And let's see here. I've actually got the over here in this one with the Dodgers and the Giants tonight. All right. That's going to do it for the baseball segment. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate your contributions in the chat. We've got some great plays here in the major league. Should be a good night of baseball. I feel like I like this card. I like the plays we had on the show. I hope I have some premiums left. As we get close to the end of the season, it kind of some of these games makes it tough to get on a premium when you got the Vitalis was on the show last night and he was sweating that Miami and Washington game, and I felt bad for him. All right, we got a couple of games here in the CFL, and I got a couple of plays for you here. And also, I think we can get that other basketball game here real quick, too. Oh, wait a minute. Did we miss let's see. Finland and Germany. Oh, it's 61-47. Germany leads here at halftime. I kind of blew that one, didn't I? Because let me see. Did I have the times of the games backwards? Is that what it was? Oh, well. Hopefully I got that one for you. We did give out yesterday that Turkey-Greece game over. What did we say yesterday? 163.5. That's what it is here right now. So also Germany leading Finland 61-47 currently at halftime of the Eurobasket playoffs there. So we also know the WNBA playoffs matchups, of course, already, and the lines have come out. Golden State, this will be on Sunday. There's going to be 4 games all day long on Sunday. Golden State at Minnesota. Minnesota, 13-point favorite over those Valkyries. They won't have that junior high offense out there, will the Valkyries in that one? But, man, they'll be up against it, certainly against the Lynx. But, hey, it was a good season for Minnesota. Also, Indiana at Atlanta. Atlanta, a 7-point favorite, total 159. Liberty at Mercury. The Liberty are 1.5-point favorite over the Mercury, 164.5. And Seattle at Las Vegas. Las Vegas is a 7.5-point favorite, and the total 159.5. Those games on Sunday in the W. All right, CFL action tonight. The Blue Bombers are taking on the Ticats here in this one, and see if you get what you got here in this one with no Caleros here tonight for Winnipeg. It does feel like it puts them in a real bind, I think, in this game here. I'm going to probably go ahead and end up laying it here right now with Hamilton. Yeah, they're a 7, maybe even a 7.5. Let me see if it's gone up any higher. 7, they'll call it 7.5. I'll put 7.5 on there, and I'm going to take Hamilton to blow out the Bombers here in this one. Total is down to 51.5. I got to take Hamilton to win convincingly here tonight as my play here on the Morning Steam Show. Let's see here. Trevor had Germany in that game. Nuke's with me. Oh, no, Nuke is on the wait a minute. I think Nuke's on the Bombers plus 7.5 here. Nuke and I are against each other here, I think. I think that's what that says, unless tell me, Nuke, what you got. I'll wait here before we go on to the next one. I think he means Bombers plus 7.5, but I can't do it with Caleros out of the lineup here tonight. There it is. Yeah, Nuke is on the Bombers. I'm on Hamilton. We'll be against one another there, it looks like. Next up, we've got the other matchup here with the Red Blacks taking on the Lions tonight. I got the Lions favored in this one by 9, maybe even 9.5 here right now. And the total is 55.5 here in this one. And man, I like the Red Blacks here actually plus the points tonight. Give me the Red Blacks. I think, BC, they really struggle against the pass. And I think even with Crum here, I think Crum can have a pretty good game. I mean, he's coming off that 300-yard performance against BC in that incredible 34-33 game last time out. And I think with his targets right now, look, Ottawa, you got guys like Eugene Lewis out there. You've got Hardy out there as well. I think they can have a successful day. Addison's look good as well. So I think Ottawa can have a pretty decent game. Meanwhile, I don't know if look, Rourke is the man. I get that. But you know what? One thing Ottawa does do is they're pretty good in pass defense. So I'm a little bit worried for guys like Keon Hatcher, like Barry Hill. I'm sure they'll be able to get theirs a little bit. I mean, this total is 56.5, but I got to go with Ottawa tonight, plus the points. And Nuke says, you got to go with the Red Blacks. That BC defense has been garbage. All right, so we're on one together. Nuke and I take the Red Blacks in this one. All right, I guess that might be it for the Morning Steam Show. There was some steam that just came in a moment ago in college football with the Kentucky Wildcats here just moments ago, taking some widely reported steam in their matchup against Eastern Kentucky. They're up to 25.5. Is UK against EMU. All right, get ready for the drawing here right now, and let's see who's going to win. Free subscription to my plays. Hopefully they'll be good plays. Some might say the best plays. And we'll do the drawing here real quick, and we'll get out of here. Thanks for joining me here on the Morning Steam Show. There we go. Let's do the drawing here. Jimbo, AOD, Flea Mathis, Chosen One, Irish King, Zoe, Doge is in there, 9 Legacy, and the winner is Picks from Dave. I'd be glad to give my winnable plays to Dave. I hope he's still out there, and we got his icon up there too. Hey, Dave, if you want to get my sports money premiums, just use the promo code WINNER, brother, and I'll send you those updates every day. You get some updates from me, whether you like them or not. You can even text me privately and say, Ramon, that's a terrible play or a great play. So hopefully Dave's still in there. Use the promo code WINNER, Dave, if you want to see what I'm on. That's all. All right, that's going to do it here for the Morning Steam Show. Thanks for joining me here. Don't forget, Mikey Money's along at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. Pre-gaming, he'll have the plays for the evening show, and I don't think we have any live coverage tonight. I mean, I'll be on my high school beat, but should be a great day of sports betting action. Get you ready for Saturday. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you join me here tomorrow for sure with the get ready for that Saturday action. Hey, look at that. How about the plays there in the chat from Robert? He's talking a little England championship there with Sheffield and Ipswich. Says go under 2.5 goals in that one at 3 Eastern and noon Pacific. We also have some Friday night fixtures. Certainly, we got some Bundesliga action. We got a game in La Liga, a game in League One. So maybe I'll find a premium in there as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here on the Morning Steam Show. All right, it's going to do it here for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long. We'll catch you next time on the Morning Steam.
Cover. That's gonna cash. Let me make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. Ramon